Hi Scorpio, how's it going? I hope you're doing great today. Welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm going to be doing a general reading for you. I've already cleared the energy of the cards and pulled 5 cards. You got the King of Swords, 6 of Pentacles reversed, the Strength card, Major Arcana, the Moon reversed, Major Arcana, and the Temperance card reversed, Major Arcana. So this is going to be a big reading, these are big messages, the Major Arcanas, but before I get started on these messages from Spirit, I just wanted to go over your shadow traits. Okay, I'm a Scorpio too, and I believe that I'm doing this for all the zodiac signs. I'm looking at all of our shadow traits because I believe that if we look at our shadow traits and they resonate with us, it just will empower us. It's basically looking at areas of ourselves that are maybe a little bit vulnerable or where we could be a bit stronger. I think it's not easy to look at our shadow side, but I think it can make us stronger in the long run. So let's start with that first, okay? As you know, Scorpio is a water sign ruled traditionally by Mars and modernly by Pluto, and is often associated with depth, intensity, and transformation. But like all zodiac signs, we have our shadow traits, our unconscious or our less developed tendencies that can be problematic when they are left unchecked. These traits are part of our archetypal complexity and can emerge especially in times of stress, insecurity, or emotional wounding. You know, we have our authentic, true to ourself side, and then we have our ego side, and that's what I'm talking about today, okay? So let's go through each one individually. Our first shadow trait is control and manipulation. And Scorpio, this is a general reading, so I'm giving you all the shadow traits of Scorpio. Just take what resonates with you and then just ignore the others, okay? The first one is control and manipulation. Scorpios often have a deep need to feel in control, especially emotionally. When insecure, we may manipulate people or situations to protect ourselves or get what we want. That doesn't resonate with me. I don't consider myself someone who manipulates. I just don't like that energy. So that's what I mean about only take what resonates, okay? Control and manipulation can show up as emotional withholding, guilt tripping. I can maybe say I do that sometimes, guilt tripping, or covert power plays. Second Scorpio trait, jealousy and possessiveness. I can resonate with that. Scorpios can become intensely attached and territorial in relationships. Yep. There's a fear of betrayal or abandonment, which can turn into jealousy or obsession. Scorpios may struggle with trusting others, which leads to controlling behaviors. The third trait is vengefulness and grudges. You know, us Scorpios, we are known for our sting, right? We rarely forget a betrayal or a slight. No, I will never forget. When we're hurt, we might seek revenge, or we may harbor resentment for long periods, Our silent grudge holding can turn toxic, both to ourselves and others. The fourth trait is emotional extremes and moodiness. You know, us Scorpios, we feel everything deeply, but we don't always express it openly. And this can lead to inner turmoil, passive aggression, or emotional explosions after long periods of silence. Yeah. Scorpios may cycle between emotional withdrawal and intense reactions. Our fifth trait is secretiveness and paranoia. Us Scorpios, we value our privacy and we don't trust easily, which can become secrecy or suspicion. Scorpios may assume others have hidden motives or be overly guarded, creating self-fulfilling isolation. The sixth trait is self-destructive tendencies. Governed by Pluto, the planet of transformation, Scorpios are no strangers to crisis. But in our shadow, this becomes a pull towards chaos, toxic attachments, or even self-sabotage as a form of unconscious renewal. And then the last trait, number 7, is all or nothing thinking. Scorpios, we can be intensely black and white in our thinking. People are either loyal or enemies. They're either good or bad. But this rigid mindset can limit our growth and alienate others. Okay. So, Scorpio, how to work with your shadow traits? Some examples of how to work with your shadow traits are self-awareness. Self-awareness is key. These traits often stem from fear, vulnerability, or past pain. Second is through therapy or journaling and shadow work. This can help you integrate these traits into healthier expressions. And the last one is learning to trust and forgive, both for yourself and others. Learning to trust and forgive can soften the darker edges of us Scorpios. Okay. Now let's look at your cards that you got. This card, this reading, this spread is about power dynamics. It's about inner confusion, emotional imbalance, and the need for discipline and clarity. So let's start with the King of Swords. This card represents clarity, logic, truth, authority, and mental discipline. The King of Swords is analytical, fair, and often emotionally detached. This king can represent you or someone in your life. Often he represents a masculine authority or intellectual, or it could be a call for you to adopt this kind of mindset. The King of Swords can represent coldness, judgmental thinking, manipulation via intellect, or a misuse of power. I'll tie it all in together once I'm done all the cards. Okay. This card, the Six of Pentacles reversed, can indicate imbalanced give and take. That's what this card is about too. Reversed temperance. The Six of Pentacles indicates imbalanced give and takes, especially in relationships, finance, or support. There's an imbalance in an area of your life with a relationship, with your finances, or with some kind of support. Someone may be giving with strings attached. Someone may be giving you gifts with strings attached. Or maybe you're doing that. Take it how it resonates. Or there's a power imbalance where one person feels superior. So again, you could be overgiving or being taken advantage of, or you're withholding due to fear of vulnerability. And then you have the Strength card, a major arcana, Leo energy. This card is all about inner resilience, courage, self-mastery, emotional control. This card is a call to respond to difficult emotions or situations with patience and grace rather than force. You have the power to tame inner impulses, anger, fear, pride, when the Strength card comes out. And the Moon reversed, Pisces energy, this card is saying that the confusion that you've been experiencing is lifting, or confusion is lifting, or maybe you're experiencing deeper illusion. Secrets may be coming to light, but there's also a risk of self-deception or refusing to see the truth of something. You don't want to see the truth of something? This card could indicate heightened emotional sensitivity. Things may feel unclear or deceptive when the Moon comes out reversed. And again, Spirit's talking about imbalance in an area of your life. excess, poor boundaries, impatience. This card could represent a lack of harmony in your life. Maybe you're experiencing inner turmoil or disharmony in some of your relationships. This card could indicate a need to recalibrate, slow down, and integrate opposing forces. So the overall meaning of this spread, this reading points to a situation where logic and control are being used as a shield against emotional imbalance and uncertainty with these two cards and this one. Okay? There's a situation where logic and control are being used as a shield against emotional imbalance and uncertainty. There's a clear theme of power imbalance, maybe in a relationship or dynamic where someone is either dominating intellectually or they're withholding emotionally or materially. So Spirit is asking you to step into your inner strength and face whatever emotional confusion or imbalance that is present. Acknowledge these imbalances, whether you're giving too much or not receiving enough, or maybe you're tolerating unfair treatment. And be honest with yourselves. Okay, be honest with yourself, Scorpio. That's what these cards together mean. Be honest with yourself about what's not working, even if it makes you feel uncomfortable. This may be a time when you're tempted to ignore your emotions and lean too heavily on logic or vice versa. But this card warns against extremes. You need to find the middle ground, the place where intellect and emotion coexist in balance. Where in your life are you giving too much or too little, Scorpio? Are you facing a truth that's uncomfortable to accept? Are you being fair and honest with yourself and others? Is there something, a situation, thoughts? Is there an area in your life that needs to be rebalanced? Some stuff to think about. Okay, so those are your shadow traits, Scorpio, along with a few messages from Spirit. So just keep in mind, again, control and manipulation, jealousy and possessiveness, vengefulness and grudges, emotional extremes and moodiness, secretiveness and paranoia, self-destructive tendencies, and all or nothing thinking. When we understand our shadow self, I truly believe that we can use it to help us in life, enable us, make us stronger. We're not afraid to we're not afraid to be vulnerable. and look at our shadow self. We have the courage to do that. And then it can only go up from there. Thank you, Scorpio, for letting me channel these messages for you today. I'm very grateful. I'm sending you lots of strength and a big hug, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.